Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the Stokastic.com NBA UnderDog NBA strategy show right here on the Stokastic.com YouTube channel. I'm Dave Loughran at Loughran_D. Thanks to you guys for being with us. We got a fun one today. And not only that, I mean, it is a wild slate filled with much uncertainty. A lot of injuries, a lot of questionable players, 10-game Wednesday slate on March 29th. What else should be expected at this point? Some massive double-digit spreads, a lot of big names legitimately in limbo right now, Philadelphia and a few others. But we're here to break it all down. I'm Dave Loughran at Loughran_D on Twitter, joined by Neil Orfield, player QDFS himself. What's going on, brother?
I'm ready to dive in. I mean, this is going to be a little bit tough. As we were talking before the show, these drafts, so many players questionable right now, makes it sort of interesting. It also kind of makes it hard to plan around unless you have strong takes on who's going to be in and who's going to be out. But everybody's in the same boat, so I think we can still make some nice picks here.
Yeah, man. And here's what we're going to do. As we always do, we are going to take half of this show and we're going to build a pick 'em lineup. We'll go 4, maybe 5, depending on if we're feeling good here. See if we can get a little 20x action out of this one, or 25. Was it 25x on the 5? The 25x?
Maybe 21x.
21x, yeah. All these sites are different.
Yeah.
Prize Picks is 25x on the 6. That's right. And then we're going to draft a team. Last week, Neil and I took an unorthodox approach, went with a bunch of questionable players. Did you ever end up seeing who our swaps were for those?
I believe I think the only one who ended up out was Ant, and Alperen Şengün was a swap.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming we didn't cash.
I think we may have.
You gotta go back. We gotta go back and look to see if we cashed or not. It'd be interesting to see if we cashed, because we definitely took a wild approach. I felt like we had multiple guys ruled out, though. I could be wrong.
You might.
Jordan, can you pull up our old contest and see if we cashed?
The only issue here is that I also did a few more drafts. You can look at it and see.
Oh, you did a few more that day.
Yeah, I took a similar approach in some of them too. So
could be difficult. Anyway, it's $5 entries. Why not take some shots? You know what I mean? Like, what happens today if? And I'm asking you this from a game theory standpoint. Like, what happens if Joel Embiid, who, let's be honest, this guy's got to be, he sees it all on Twitter. Everyone's shit talking him. Haven't played in Denver since 2019. What, are you afraid to go against Jokic in the heat of the MVP race? If he plays today, he might go nuclear. Who knows? He might go insane. So what happens if Embiid falls to like the late second round?
I mean, we're taking him if he falls to the late second round easily. That's a no-brainer. I enjoyed your conversation with Adam earlier. I listened to about the first half of the strategy show so far, about how now he's like, maybe he needs to sit out to show that that it's real. And I'm like, that's a real thing though. Like, that might actually be something that goes through his head. Like, I don't want people thinking I'm ducking Jokic.
Yeah. Like, so now I got to sit out today, even though I'm kind of okay, but I wasn't last game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he would. I was joking around. Like, I don't think he would, because the MVP race, like, he still wants this. There's no doubt about that. He's still looking for this MVP. Did you know Kendrick Perkins has a vote for the MVP?
I was just as shocked when I heard that, because I saw the clip where he was talking about how this is going to affect his. That is so bizarre. Kendrick Perkins of all people. Come on.
Yeah. What? MVP race right now, though. Embiid, Jokic was just plus 140. Now he's plus 105. So Embiid plus 115. Man, you gotta get out there tonight, Joe. Got to get out there, but we're going to do it all. We're going to build a lineup here with player props, overs and unders. We're going to see if we can find the best one. We're going to use the Bet Pro tool to navigate here. That makes things easy. And of course, the first week of that is totally free. First week of Bet Pro tool, totally free for you guys who are short on time. You're looking for the best props without having to do an insane amount of legwork, or you're just looking for a little guidance on this. We have the Bet Pro tool, not just for DraftKings and FanDuel and all of that stuff, but for UnderDog as well. You could sort by UnderDog, right? And get all of the best props on UnderDog. You're just simply going and clicking UnderDog on the NBA Bet Pro tool, and then you're sorting by expected win percentage. It's that easy. Links in the description and in chat. And if you're brand new to UnderDog and you somehow stumbled upon this, link down there. Take advantage of the promo. 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you deposit 50, it's going to say 100. If you put 100 in, you're going to have 200 in your account. Don't sign up without taking advantage of these sign-up bonuses because you don't get them everywhere. All right, you ready to do something here? You ready to build?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'll let you know what, Neil, you do the honors. Number one, let's see if we can go for 4. If there's 5 that we like, we'll go for the 21X, but let's start with 4 in mind. You're up first.
I want to start with Nicholas Batum. It's the number 2 ROI expected win percentage bet on the board. 4 rebounds is the line for Nicholas Batum. We're projecting him for 5.3 rebounds tonight against Memphis. We learned this week that they are shutting down Marcus Morris. I don't know if it's for the entire season, but it seems like I don't expect Marcus Morris to play again this season. Nick Batum put into the starting lineup, played 31 minutes in the last game for the Clippers. We've got him projected for 30 here. And as I said, we have a projection of 5.3. He's a pretty good rebounder when he actually gets playing time. He's only been averaging 22 minutes per game this season and averaging just under 4 rebounds in 22 minutes. Now we've got him in for 30. I think there's upside for even more in what should be a competitive game. So I really like taking the over on 4 rebounds for Nick Batum.
Okay. Lock it up. Nick Batum, over 4 rebounds. No Marcus Morris today. Batum played 31 minutes last time out. That's pretty nice. Man, the Jordan Nora stuff is, I just don't know how to feel about this. Like, we have this as the high. I might just have to throw it in there because it has the highest X win percentage.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Marcus in chat saying I'm on the free trial still and currently on a 9-bet win streak. It's legit. So, I mean, Neil, who am I to go against the tool that's winning people money is the question. I
know that's what I always think. I'm like, sometimes I don't understand. And yesterday, actually, I did a show for a different prop place, but I got 4 of the picks. I was like, I like all these picks, got them all. Of course, one of them was Dennis Smith under on points, and that one was voided. But then the only one I bet that I went against the tools, or sorry, I went with the tools despite my instincts. I did get that one wrong. So there's a part of me that's like, sometimes you got to like factor in your instincts a little bit too. But in general, I think just trusting the tools is the way to go. And more often than not, like a lot of these are bets that I wouldn't have thought of if I hadn't seen it in the tool first. So even the ones that I got right yesterday, I was basing them on the tools, the ones that are the highest percentage win. But I still like it when I can, like I can see what the tool does. I can see which ones are positive ROI bets in the tools, but then I can also like understand why a prop works. So I do look for those in the tools, but sometimes I think when it's a good enough win percentage, I'm with you. You gotta trust the tools there.
I do the same thing. I use that as a guide, and then I start digging deeper into a lot of these, and the Bet Pro tool isn't just giving projections either. Okay. It's not just like a projection and there's your expected win rate. It's weighting these props from other books like, Pinnacle and all these other books, and then kind of factoring in the VIG that you're getting on UnderDog based on a 4 or 5 play payout. So, I'll go Nora under 6.5 rebounds, 57% expected win percentage. Now, look, Buddy Hield is out. They do have some injuries to this team. So I'd at least rather play the under on rebounds than Nora, I think, than under points, even though we have under points as a good bet today. I'll go under rebounds because he's not a prolific rebounder. You might still, and I mean, this is another question that is still looming. We might still get Miles Turner in here, which is going to suppress rebounds elsewhere. I'll go under 6.5 rebounds on Jordan Nwora because it is right now our number 1 prop on UnderDog.
Yeah, I like that call. We just got to trust the tools. That's our number 1 prop. Seems like a pretty good line. So I like taking that pick as well. I'm looking at this Marvin Bagley one. love the matchup with OKC. We've got Marvin Bagley in for just 29 minutes tonight, and we like the over on Marvin Bagley points. The line is 15.5. We're projecting for 16.6 points tonight, but we only have projected for 29 minutes. And if you look at Marvin Bagley's recent game log, most recent game, he played 36 minutes, 30 of the game before that, 41 the game before that, and then 30 again the game before it. So I think there's actually some upside for significantly more minutes than we have Marvin Bagley projected for. And we haven't seen him play. I mean, he did 5 games ago, he played 22 minutes. So that is still a possibility always. But I think in general, with Isaiah Stewart out, several players out for Detroit, it's more likely that we're going to see more minutes for Marvin Bagley. So I like taking the over on, what was the line, 15 and a half points for Marvin Bagley, just because we're already projecting him for 16.6, and I think there's upside for more minutes. Great matchup with a fast-paced OKC team.
Let's do it. Yeah, OKC team playing the second of a back-to-back after losing at home to the Hornets, being 11-point home favorites yesterday. I will say, I thought there were going to be a lot. I thought we were going to have more just like props that really jumped off the page at me today. On a 10-game slate, a lot of wildness happening with so many teams ruling players out. I really did think we'd be seeing a ton of that. We're really not. Now, that isn't to say that we don't still have some great spots to get to, because we do. But I think I go to Claxton here, over 11.5 points. I know that Houston, oddly enough, has not been a team that has actually ceded all that much production to opposing bigs, but still looking at this spot, Claxton over 11.5, 10.5 point favorites against the Houston team that's just been absolutely atrocious on the road. I don't mind going here at all today. And you've seen him eclipse this number in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of his last 8 games. Claxton's gone over 11.5 points narrowly, but he's gotten there. He's also had some brutal matchups, like, Miami, slow-paced game, back-to-back games against Cleveland. He's had some ugly matchups as well. So you're coming into a great matchup against Houston today. Should be a fast enough paced game. I think I'm willing to overlook some of this, like Houston versus centers, because in this case, I don't think it's all that applicable. 229 total is fine, but Brooklyn has a very high implied total for not a great basketball team. I'll throw Nick Claxton over 11.5 boards in there. And it doesn't hurt that we right now have this with a expected win of 54%. We also have him projected for 14.2 points today.
Yeah, so you're taking the over on points there for Claxton?
For Claxton, yeah.
Yeah, I like that call. Yeah, I was pretty surprised as I was digging in a little bit to like team trends. Houston is the best rebounding team in terms of rebound percentage, 53% of rebounds they grab. So
yeah, they allow the third fewest rebounds to opponents as well, which is surprising.
Yeah, but still Claxton, I mean, we're talking points here, not rebounds. So I like the line. It's just a little bit too low there.
So we're at 4. Do we want to keep going, or should we leave it at 4?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this Rudy Gobert 12.5 points line, because I think everybody's healthy for the Wolves tonight. So I'm surprised that we like the over here. I don't know if there's anything that is jumping out at me as a line that I really like here. So I don't think I would jump on that one with, I think Cat and Ant. I think they're both
probable.
Tonight. Yeah, they're both probable tonight. So I don't know. I don't really trust the line for Rudy Gobert with Cat back. So I don't really think there is anything else that I really love here, unless you see something.
I say we leave it where it is. Yeah. Look, you have the Bet Pro tool. You can make, and you can make decisions off of that, or you can plug something else in. If you're looking for a fifth, you can plug that in. I mean, we're going straight from the tool right now. Some of those spots that just look really good. And if I'm updating it here, I update it all the time just to make sure that we've got the most current. Is there anything else? Let's see. Any other spots that are really good here that jump off the page at me? Nora, Fox over 1.5 threes looks pretty decent here. Levine over 4 rebounds is one that I've been seeing a lot of. That's 3.5 elsewhere though, with juice to the over. I don't really see it, man. I'm not really seeing anything that looks great. You might be right here.
Yeah, I think we just leave it at 4.
Let's leave it at 4. Still not a bad payout.
Did I tell you that my cousin has now messaged me multiple times? He got BetPro. He bought BetPro because he had been doing so well on a free trial, and he just continues to absolutely crush all of these props just using BetPro. I'm like, man, I got to get into this more because he's just doing it consistently and winning like regularly.
Yeah, dude. You just have to have, I mean, if you're just on underdog, it's valuable. But if you're in a legal betting state too, and you want to have accounts at all different books is the way it is, you know? Right. That's the way to really take advantage of this. Find all the best props across everywhere and also find the best ones on underdog. Let's do a draft, Neil. So we got 4 for a 10x. Okay. I have no issues with that. Jordan, did you throw Gobert in there? He did.
Submit it however you want, Jordan.
I thought he did.
I'd take the Gobert if you want to throw it in there.
What are our 4? Batum over rebounds, Nora under rebounds. What was your second one? Because my last
Marvin Bagley over points.
Marvin Bagley over points and Claxton over points. Okay, that's what we got. Let's get a draft going. Let's see how insane our rankings are compared to ADP. I want to see where some of these questionable guys end up getting drafted too.
I know, me too.
And we got Wobness Day too. What's first place today? Let's see. 6K to first. Okay. It's only $5 to enter too. For those of you guys that are looking to get in a draft of your own, 6-player drafts, all in a large tournament, but 6-player drafts. And yeah, draft whoever the hell you want. It's a snake draft here. 6K to first today, 1,300 or 13,000 entrants.
We might have a shot at your boy. ADP of 3.5 for Embiid.
Where are we picking?
4th. What do you think of him there? He's our top projected player with him in. Obviously, there's a lot of risk.
It is. With him in, he's our top projected player. And he should be. He should be against this Dallas squad, against this Dallas defense. He's probably going to carve him up. Dallas defense it regressed massively this year.
I think we've said this before, it's a $5 draft. So we're not really risking all that much if we do take Embiid there.
No, not at all. Also, Giannis is in a great spot. I'd probably still take Giannis or Luka, to be completely honest. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Mavs right now. Like Luka's got stuff off the court happening. Him and Kyrie, surprise, seems like they're not coexisting all that well. Maybe I'm just making things up, but that project hasn't worked out all that well yet. So let's see what happens. First guy off the board was Giannis. If Embiid falls to us at 4, I think we have to, right? Neil?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So there's Doncic. Let's see if they go Embiid here.
Yeah.
They have to. Yeah, because after Embiid, it kind of falls off a cliff. LeBron's back.
Okay. They took Embiid. So now it's Anthony Davis. Yeah, it's tough because he is our top projected player here, but LeBron is back.
Chicago playing at the slowest pace in the league over the last month.
What do you think? I mean, he's our top projected player.
I mean, I guess just go for it. Or Sabonis.
Yeah.
Go with Davis. That's fine. I tell you right now, don't like that 4 spot all that much.
Yeah, if Embiid had fallen to us, I would have loved it. But
loved it.
Yeah, there's a drop off from the top 3 guys. Luka has a projection of 54.82 up to Embiid at 55.89, and then it's a drop down for Davis at 50.67, and even that feels a little bit high to me. But who knows? Maybe that's
also even in a good spot with SGA against Detroit. I know he sat out on the front end of a back-to-back, but it's an ankle injury too. So I don't know if he's even a lock to play today. He just got drafted and we're on the board. I personally love Ja Morant here.
Oh yeah, I'd take some Ja Morant.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be limited at all in this spot.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go Ja Morant. He was back in the starting lineup.
Should we have thought about taking Harden has an ADP of 18.7? We should take Harden the next one if he gets back to us, right? Just because we already didn't draft Embiid, there's a chance that Embiid doesn't play, and then Harden could be
agreed,
just phenomenal.
Agreed. I don't think he'll be there. But if he is, yeah. We're still 4 picks away. Let's see here. Harden's got to go, right?
ADP
2 picks away.
18.7. Look at the ADP.
I mean, he was
Or
probable
maybe is that 10 or 18? Maybe I'm reading that wrong.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
It is 18.7. I like taking that chance.
Oh, me too. I hope he doesn't go here. Especially if Embiid sits again and Harden plays. You know?
Yeah.
Doc said if this was the regular or postseason that Harden would have played all these games.
Did he? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he's like he would. Well, there he goes.
Oh, Grampy.
There he goes.
You're watching the show, aren't you? All right. Who do you like here?
Yeah.
Who's the top on the board here? Jimmy Butler.
It's Jimmy Butler. I assume he plays today.
Yeah.
Man, not loving this 4 spot.
I'm not either. This is, man. Do we just go with Butler? Do you want a game stack with Jackson with Morant? Let's just go Butler. Let's go Butler.
Yeah. Man, Walker Kessler too. It's like no Lauri Markkanen going up against that depleted Spurs team. So there's that. But
yep.
I think you kind of had to go Butler there. Let's hope he plays. Man, this is tough.
Yeah, this is tough.
Almost tempted to do one more draft and see what happens if we get like the 1st pick or even the 6th pick.
Let's do it. We're only in round 4 now.
Yeah, we're moving. These move so fast.
Yeah, these goes pretty quick.
Man. All right. Well, Kessler's still on the board. Take Walker Kessler.
Yeah.
Take Walker Kessler here.
Kayende chose one says my tennis rival's been off by 0.5. Today's rivals heavy. I don't understand the comment there.
I don't even know why you read that out loud.
Just because I was trying to figure out what he meant.
Because I can't help you.
Okay. I don't know if that's about betting or like his actual tennis rivals.
I don't know. And I don't know shit about tennis either.
I played some doubles.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. Yeah, actually COVID canceled. The season got canceled short because of COVID. And then we just didn't re-up the next year. I was in a doubles league with my brother-in-law. And then actually my younger brother's best friend is we're the 3 of us are in a doubles league together where none of us really want to be full-time. So we rotate who plays. It was a Sunday night league though, but
sounds
that
fun.
short. It was a good time.
I would like to get into it.
Resulted in many late nights at bars.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Or like pickleball, I would do that.
Yeah.
That's the new one.
Yep.
They just put a new court in right near my house. I might have to check it out sometime. I never played like any of that. I've held a racket like twice, but I don't think I've ever played.
All right, Nick Claxton. I know you like Nick Claxton. We are up to pick. Because you liked him in the props. You like him in DFS. We do have Ant up after him. That's my boy. So
yeah, I don't know. I would rather go. I think Edwards.
Ant. Yes, that's what I want to hear.
From an upside, from a ceiling perspective, I would rather have Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm not loving our draft right now. I think we've been put in a difficult spot here.
Our projections do really love Keon Johnson way more than the field does. It's obviously his minutes are very volatile. I think like you can't trust the Portland minutes at all, but kind of an interesting pick. If we had like the 1st pick and we could draft Keon Johnson 36th, I would love that.
Yeah. And then it's crazy too, because like if there's Brunson, I think that's probably a pretty good pick by that person on Brunson.
Yeah.
I
mean, Claxton's still there.
Yeah. Let's go Claxton. What do we have Claxton projected at? 37? Okay. That's not bad. Keon. Wow, we had Keon Johnson projected at almost 40 today.
Yeah, that seems high to me just because with the volatility, I think in Minnesota, maybe, I mean, our projections seem better at this than I am, but just feels a little bit high.
Yeah, I mean, good spot against Sacramento, but they are 14-point dogs. How many minutes does he play? I don't know. Like I'm intrigued by Drew Eubanks as well, but we saw that Jabari Walker is the one getting all the blowout run.
Right.
All right. So Anthony Davis, Morant, Jimmy Butler, Walker Kessler, Anthony Edwards, Nick Claxton. It's all right.
Yeah, it's not my favorite team. Let's do one more and hopefully we get a better spot.
Yeah, do one more.
Or a worse draft. I mean, the 4 spot might be fine if the people you're drafting with are not that sharp. That was seemed to be a sharp room.
That's the thing. You're right. Like if Embiid falls to 4, we're sitting in a beautiful spot.
We got the 4 again.
So all right. Well,
what are you going to do? Again, we're going to like Embiid or Harden if we can get them at the spots that we're hoping to get them.
Let's try it. Let's at least go into this trying to get Joel. If he's not there, let's try to get Harden.
Yep.
It's just weird because it's a massive drop off from Giannis, Embiid, and Doncic.
Yeah.
If none of them are there, I honestly think I wouldn't mind going Sabonis there.
Yeah, we should mix it up, I think. So who did we take last time first overall? AD. Davis. So yeah, I wouldn't mind dropping down to Sabonis there either. Just mix things up a little bit.
And we know he has a massive ceiling too. Like Sabonis could have the huge games.
For sure.
I don't think you're getting any triple-double bonuses on UnderDog though, right?
I don't believe so. Yeah. I think it's just straight up FanDuel scoring.
Okay. So then, yeah, like on FanDuel, we have SGA, Kawhi ahead of Sabonis. I'll go with any of them, honestly.
Yeah, just skip past AD and then because let's look at the ADPs for those guys. We got Embiid. We'll take Embiid.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a $5 risk I will take every single day.
Yeah.
Somebody took Sabonis over Giannis, which seems insane, but
they took him in this draft? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because if you're saying, oh, well, Giannis might get locked into or be in a blowout, it's like, yeah, Sabonis is a 14-point favorite. So
yeah,
doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's okay. We'll take those type of people drafting with us any day of the week, Neil.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he has a nice matchup with Houston. I don't hate the pick if it's somebody who's like doing a bunch of drafts, but certainly not somebody I would take there.
Sabonis has Portland.
What do you think of SGA here? Oh, he does. Oh, yeah. Right.
I just don't know if he's going to play.
I don't either. Do we not want to take all those risks? You want to just go for Kawhi because he's a little bit safer? No Paul George, so
yeah. I like Kawhi here a lot.
Let's go with Kawhi. We're already taking a big risk on Embiid.
Exactly. Plus 4-point spread on Kawhi on that game. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And if you guys are just popping in, like I said, UnderDog, link in the description and in chat, $100 100% deposit bonus up to $100, and our NBA Bet Pro tool is entirely free for the first week. Link is down there as well. Super easy to use, especially for UnderDog, where you can just sort by expected win rate and get all the best plays up there if you're playing the Pick 'em contest. All right. Yeah, so I feel much better early on about this. Kawhi and Embiid in our first 2 picks.
Yeah, way better draft so far.
So how do we want to approach this next one then? That's the question.
So now that we have Embiid, I don't think we want to go with Harden.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. If he falls far enough, then maybe, but like it's more of I want to take one or the other, hoping that the other one is out kind of thing.
Is Morant still there? He should be gone soon, right?
I assume he's gone already.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay. I was going to say someone just took LeBron. That was interesting to me.
Julius Randle doesn't look like he has an injury designation, and Jalen Brunson does.
I don't hate that.
Go Randle. Oh, there he goes. All right.
Yep.
I'm guessing we'll have the opportunity for Butler here, and he's looks pretty good.
Are we going to have to go James Harden? I mean,
at the 16 pick, I don't know. He's our top projected with both of them in.
We have him projected 9th if he plays in fantasy points.
And that's with Embiid in too. Yeah. So it's,
right.
So it does like our projections have them both in. Like, you're not getting the super upside where we're going to get a bump in projection, but he still is the best projected player, even with Embiid in.
Kind of feel like we have to bite the bullet on this one.
All right, and let's see if we can. Are there any Dallas players we're going to want later? Probably. Maybe is Kyrie gone? Yeah, let's take Harden, and then see if Kyrie is still on the board somewhere.
All right.
Okay. Well, we'll still take Harden.
I mean, look, it's a risk, but
yeah.
He was probable last game. Good chance. I think there's a much better chance both of these guys play than there was last game. So whatever, having some fun with it.
That's right. We're still I mean, that's 2 superstars. We have 3 superstars in our first 3 picks.
Yeah. Not to mention though, if both of them are in, let's say this, if there was no questionable designation for Joel Embiid and James Harden, where do they go? Joel Embiid's going first or second in every draft, right?
And Embiid's probably, or Harden's probably going 9th to 11th or 12th, maybe. And
I think even
as our
I think even
projected.
earlier.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He's going, I think, top 10.
Yeah. The only reason to not take him there was the somewhat negative correlation, but like there's also can be positive correlation taking teammates if it goes to overtime or it's just the game goes at a fast pace. Would have loved to get a Dallas player to go with them, but you know, what are you going to do? De'Aaron Fox against this version of the Blazers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't hate that. He has an ADP of 14.8. We're getting him at 21 too.
I was just going to say, I'm surprised he's still there.
Yeah, that's nuts.
What do we get him at? 21?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
That's positive in our projections too.
Yeah, that's great.
If somehow that game against Portland stays close, Fox and Sabonis, of course, could have massive games.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it doesn't, they could.
And then the person who took Sabonis at 2 or 3 or whatever going to look smart there.
They might. Yeah. Especially if Embiid is out.
We could take that Keon Johnson with our last pick. Although we've got a couple still projected ahead of him. But I wouldn't hate it if we end up with Keon Johnson as our last pick.
I wouldn't hate it either because De'Aaron Fox we just drafted as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Nice little game stack.
I mean, it's not that crazy. Also, you're also talking about a game now where you had Cam Reddish in last game too. And now Cam Reddish is out. They are, very short on bodies in this game.
Chad Mashke says he was thinking about taking Fox at 14. Couldn't believe he was still there for us at 21. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah. Fox at 14 would not have been even insane. So
no.
I get it. Trying to see how far away are we? And Keon Johnson's still up there. What's Johnson's ADP?
36. So we could probably get him with our next pick. I would
take that's what I'm
Dinwiddie
wondering.
Or Claxton first. Okay, Dinwiddie goes. Do we want to go with Claxton again, or is there somebody is Jalen Brunson our top here? Claxton's the top. Okay.
Well, we already have Claxton in the other draft. I say we mix it up.
Let's skip past Keon Johnson. Who else do you like here? Chris Paul, maybe, or Jalen Brunson.
Well, Brunson's quite. I don't know if I want to add another. I think we've
got 3 seconds. Chris Paul.
Go Key. All right, Paul or Keon. Jordan, you got to star him.
I mean, that's kind of on us.
Just star them all.
Yeah.
All right, Nick Claxton it is, right?
Yeah, I don't he was our top projected. So like that's the nice thing about using our rankings. Like I don't hate that at all.
No, I don't. Although I just realized, man, Karl Anthony Towns just went now. That's crazy.
Yeah, after Claxton.
And then quickly went a few picks after Brunson. Which quickly, get Keon Johnson.
Yeah, let's go with Keon.
If Brunson plays, quickly is, moot at that point.
Yeah.
All right. I like this draft a lot, but I'm fine getting Claxton there.
Yeah. I thought this one went pretty well.
I like this one way better than the other one.
Yeah.
And to Chad's point, I think 21 on De'Aaron Fox is a heck of a pick here. So
yeah, I think actually all all four of our first picks I absolutely loved, and because I love those ones, I actually don't hate taking Nick Claxton again, just because he is a relatively safe pick in the fifth round. So, but yeah, I think those first four picks went really well for us.
One thing I really appreciate, though, not even from what we did, and I would have loved to have seen what that guy's team looked like. Jordan, can you really quick go back to that draft? The guy that was the pick second to last, I don't know if any of you guys saw this. He grabbed Maxey. That's a great idea if you don't have any Embiid or Harden. Like,
that's a good point. With both those guys questionable,
yeah. If both of those guys sit and you just grab Maxey in the second to last pick of the draft, if Harden and Embiid were ruled out already, Maxey's going in like the third round.
Yep,
against Dallas, maybe even higher. I don't. No, third round seems to make sense in a spot like that, but. Man,
I'm enjoying watching Jordan try to navigate.
I was thinking. Go all the way back and then go to complete it again. I thought you left it, but go to like lobby and then go to
lobby first.
I want to see this guy's team.
All right. Yep. And now it shows two there, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That sucks.
All right. Well, shoot.
All right. Yeah, we'll try one more time. Very curious here. All right.
All right.
Can we see what everybody else did? We should be able to see. Oh, no, probably not, right?
I don't see a way to do it here. Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, because it's all going into a big daily draft. I guess it doesn't matter, but
right.
Either way, if you're playing, Maxey late seems to make a lot of sense, Neil, if you don't have Harden or Embiid.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. So Chad says, once you've left the draft room, you can't see the teams any longer. If you have the notification on the app, you can get back in that way. Huh.
Okay.
Thanks, Chad.
Appreciate that. Yeah. But, we always are playing for like, oh, let's try a questionable guy. Late end of the draft, man, how much sense does that make to say, all right, well, I'll bank on these guys being out and I'll grab a guy with my last pick that could end up being projected for 40 plus fantasy points.
Exactly. And like he's a fine play if they're both in. Like you're not going to want Maxey there if they're both in, but like he still has some upside there.
Yeah.
But then if just one of them is out, he's going to look really good. If both of them are out, he's going to look like the absolute smash of all smash. So yeah, I like that pick.
Me too. All right. Next week when we do this, we might have to play that. We might have to do one draft similar to that. Like take some stands.
That's a good idea. Yeah. We need to plan a little bit more ahead, like think about it a little bit more ahead of time rather than using, because like up until this point, just using our projections has been what sets us apart. Like that really helps, just using different projections. But then I think going forward with it being now March and it'll be April by then, NBA, yeah, we're gonna have to find different ways to think about this.
Yeah, it's kind of like best ball, right? Where you got a lot of the like best ball NFL, where you're going for some of these late round running backs that could end up being the starters and nobody wants them because they're looking at the starters. Let's do that. Hey, we're learning as we go with these best ball. Like you and I do a lot of best ball. You do more than me, but like the actual best ball drafts, these daily drafts are a bit of a different animal. So appreciate all the feedback and chat from you guys too. It definitely helps. And hey, we'll be back next week. I think we got one more, and not me, but don't we have one more underdog show this week? Yeah.
I think I'm on one with Eric on Friday.
So stick around for that. Deeper Dive Live Before Lock coming up later tonight. The Odd Shop over on the Odd Shopper channel, breaking down everything from a betting perspective. We got you guys covered up and through tip off at 7 p.m. So follow Neil at PlayerQDFS, me at Lafayette_D. Shout out to Jordan for producing this one, and we'll see you back here soon. Peace.
Thank you.